What's up guys, Chris Clemons here from Team Dynamic Discs. These are some of the discs I'm going to be relying on for the 2021 season. All right, I'm going to talk about my distance drivers in terms of stability. The distance driver that I would probably use the most is the Biofusion Defender. This one is one that I got last year with my stamp on it. It's pretty sweet. I like them really domey because I have that extra glide and it's just super fast. It can cut through the wind. I just love it for forehand specifically. Next up would be a Fusion Enforcer. This is the greeny run, we call them. It's an old run. I use it strictly for backhands, just any kind of distance shot. It's a wind fighter. It's awesome. It's trustworthy. And last but not least, my team prototype Warhorse. I throw this thing quite often in massive amounts of wind. It gets huge skips. I can throw it on almost any angle and it's gonna come out of it. And so it's just super good to have in the wind, super good on open courses where you need distance control and you need something you can trust. Next up are my fairway drivers. I have a Lucid Felon. This is kind of an old run. It's super awesome. I use it for a lot of forehands, but I'll use it for backhands too. Kind of anything in that like 300 foot to 350 foot mark where I need to hit some good lines. The Opto Explorer. I have a gold line as well. This one's a little more stable. It has an amazing amount of glide. It's, I mean, it's similar to an EMAC Truth. It's just dead straight with a good, reliable fade, and it's one of my favorite discs in my bag. Then I have a Lucid Getaway. This is my old stamp from 2 years ago, and this is I mean, it just hits any line I throw it on. It's awesome in the woods. It's kind of a step up from an Explorer. Next up are my mid-ranges. I rely on my mid-ranges quite a bit. You know, you gotta have something trustworthy in your hand. First up would be my least stable, my Opto Fuse. This is an old run. It's super awesome. I can throw it on a hyzer. It'll flip up to flat and just go dead straight or even drift to the left for its entire flight. Next up would be my EMAC Truth. This is the Lucid X Glimmer run from last year. It's super awesome. It has a little bit of dome, so it's pretty overstable. I just hit it super hard, super flat, and it just goes dead straight with some good fade. And then third would be my Lucid X Verdict, the Glimmer run from last year as well. I use this if it's a little too windy for the EMAC Truth and I need some more reliable fade on it, or just a pure hyzer. Or I can use this for a lot of good forehands, like touchy forehands where I need that fade, but I don't want to throw like a Triple X or a Felon. It has a little more touch than those. Next up are my approach discs and putters. I have a VIP X Harp. Somebody kind of dyed this up for me, and I just love it. It's really good in the wind. It's really controllable. It feels really good. It's really stiff. I use it for forehand, backhand, whatever I need. This is my first run Judge. This is my go-to putter. I've thrown the Judge for years and years. I trust it. I love it. I love the bead. And the first run, you know, is super cool. It's special. This Judge pretty much doesn't even have a bead anymore. So it's an EMAC Judge or a Warden. Like, it's getting close to a Warden for real. It's super beat up, super trustworthy. I love it. I love throwing it for little forehands in the woods and like really long putts. Those are some of the discs I'm going to be relying on for this season. Thanks for watching, guys. You guys can follow my story on Instagram at ddclemonade.